Welcome to the road to 2500. I'm so excited to get started today because I feel more confident in the openings that I chose, because I've been playing those middle game positions for a couple of days now and I feel more confident. And also I started doing some warm-up tactics, challenging tactics before I start playing, and you can check out another video on that part. During the game I'll try to talk as little as possible, and then when I have the reviewing part, I'm gonna try to explain my thought process and make it as educational and instructive as possible. So don't hesitate to ask any questions, and I'm gonna be reading them during the analyzing process, okay? Not during the game part. So let me make sure everyone can hear me well, everyone can see me. Okay, perfect guys. Hey again, and let's get started with the games. My current rating is 23-34. Last time I lost one game, and that's what it led to. Okay. If you're new here, I want to remind you that I'm going to play 4 games and analyze them. Are we gonna have the Pirc defense again? Okay, that's interesting. Let's go for this. That's also interesting. I think it's gonna be quite helpful to me in the future. Okay. I have some weird idea that came to me, and I'm gonna give it a try. Maybe that's bad. I think he pushed too many pawns too early, so I'm just gonna transfer this to an endgame and see how it goes. Yep. And that's what I had in mind, but maybe I'm overly aggressive too early in the game. But we'll see. Or maybe I had a better move than this. I just sacrificed my pawn in the endgame position. Maybe that was a terrible idea, but we're not gonna know that. Okay, the fact that you have to go like this makes me happy. Okay, let's go like this. Maybe I'm insane for doing that. I just feel like I have enough compensation simply because of his pawn structure. Yep. Okay, that was, hold on. I just realized that I could have taken this knight and then taken on c6. And I missed it. Yeah, I definitely had enough compensation before I missed such a simple move. Okay. What is it about? Yeah, now I think I'm gonna lose. That was insanely terrible. Okay. I missed such a simple tactic after solving some puzzles. Okay. I don't think it's over. Of course, it's very sad, but it's not over. Okay, at least I'm making him think. That is so not nice, guys. So not nice. Let's... Okay. I'm gonna keep quiet. Hold on. What if I take first? Okay, maybe that's insanely bad, but I'm gonna simplify it. Uh-oh. Okay, someone started panicking. What should I do? Let's go like this. Hold on a second. Okay, let's go. I think I better take this pawn, or yeah, okay, let's take this one. Okay guys, that was a bit bad to be honest, because I definitely could have done something. First of all, no one forced me to play e5. I just thought that would be a nice trick to do. So let's see if that was correct. I actually doubt that, because yes, you can see I could just continue playing normally. Nothing bad would ever happen to me. But I play e5. Okay, it's not that bad. Apparently, he should have played b4, but he did this, and this, and that was right. And now I play bishop d3, which was beautiful, and I could have taken what? Knight b5, pawn takes. What am I not seeing? Oh my god, guys, this is just too good to be true. I knew there had to be something that I missed. And the rook is trapped. It had nowhere to go. I saw the idea. I think I played bishop e4, so I saw it. It just didn't switch the order of the moves. And after that, I think I could take this, and then I could take this. That's the very least I could do. Yeah, the engine doesn't like it, but I'm sure it's gonna change. It's just the fact that I could have gotten the pawn back. I also thought about bishop c7. I thought about it, but I didn't see the purpose. I mean, hold on. Yes, I'm threatening rook d8. I thought that was a check, but I was also attacking the bishop on c8. So that would make some sense. But okay, what can he do? Like, if he just does something like that, knight h3. Okay, that's insane, guys. I'm just dominating the possession. Instead, I made this move because I didn't want him to take my knight, which was a bit silly because I need to dominate, not to run away. And now he's kind of okay because I messed it up so badly. But then he started making mistakes because he was very low on time. This happened. Yes, I didn't have to do that. I just thought that would be nice. Especially, you know, I didn't have to trade the Rooks. I thought that would be a good idea because he was low on time. So it's a bit harder to find a plan with the knight and the bishop. So I thought that would be better. But okay, we got into this position. I knew I already did something. And we got this. I took. And now I should have just remaneuvered my knight somewhere here. Of course, this bishop makes zero sense. Of course, I just helped him get some counterplay going. And here, I believe that's already a draw. I don't think there is anything I could have done. Okay, guys. Hey, guys, yeah, thanks to everyone who's been watching this stream. I mean, that I'm a bit disappointed. I missed some tactics in the game. That was still nice. That was still nice because I just did something I wanted to do in the opening. So if you have any questions, you can ask me in the chat. I'll reply after I play a game. Now we have the second game to go. And I'm very excited. I'm sure it's gonna be better. I hope it's gonna be better. Okay guys, today I'm not playing my subs. I'm going to be playing subs soon, okay, but not in this stream. Not in this stream because now I'm on my road to 2500s. And I'm a bit upset that my opponents are lower rated than me. They don't play bad, they just lower rated. That means that if I lose more points than what I get if I win, which is very disappointing. Okay. Let's go and play some endgame one more time. preventing this knight from ever going anywhere. Interesting. Just I'm gonna make the bishop go away. Okay. Is it gonna do anything bad to me if he pushes the pawn and creates this spare backup pass pawn? It doesn't look so. But still, let's go like this. Okay, that was kind of expected. Huh. Yes, that means I have to surrender my spot. Okay. Not nice. Please, not pleasant. We're gonna work with that. Just need to play a bit faster because he's way ahead of time of me. Okay, I'm glad he's thinking. That was unexpected. Is he trying to do it? Okay. I think I'm in trouble, but maybe not. Maybe not. Yep. Can I do that? Would it be okay if I do that? Okay. I don't think I have an option though. I was gonna lose the bishop otherwise. Where do I move my king? Okay. So he has one more pawn now. Great. Okay, that was misclick, but I'm quite satisfied with that. Shouldn't have done that though. Okay. Okay, I just want to resign, guys. I messed up so many times. Okay, yes, guys, I'm not accepting any hands. I'm not. I'm reading the chat only after I played the game. But that was insane. Okay, so yes, guys, actually I'm thinking about creating a new series, like maybe analyzing my viewers' games or maybe guessing the elo. So please join the Discord link that is sent in the chat, and maybe I'm gonna create some series out of it. So maybe we're gonna just analyze some games or do the guess the elo series. I'm gonna let you know. Just make sure you send the games to Discord, okay? I'm very upset, guys, because I'm playing people that are lower rated than me, like 100 points lower rated, but they don't play bad, and I just lose many points. Maybe I should just stick to Title Tuesdays because of that, guys. This is insane. So that's what we got. That was kind of equal, and yes, that was alright. I should have played a5. Okay, that would make sense, but I didn't want to let something like this happen. Bishop b6 doesn't look nice, so I just did that. Okay, and that's what we had. That looked equal to me, but maybe f5 was a mistake. I wanted to create some, imbalanced pawn structure, but apparently I shouldn't have, because that would just, open his position up. And that was interesting. Hold on, what if I play bishop f8? I thought about it, but bishop h5, king g7. So I kind of say, okay, take me, take. If you do this, oh my god. Okay, no, it doesn't work. I thought maybe this. Okay, my mouse is slow. And this, but the bishop would just take my rook there. So it doesn't work. At least I have an active king. So I missed some tactics, which is maybe I should have solved 12 puzzles instead of 6 today. But that's what we've got. Yes, here I got into a terrible state, but at some point I think my opponent started making mistakes, and we got into a situation where I think I had something going. Let me show it to you. Like this. It wasn't going. But my king was so close. Check this out. My king was so... Okay, I could have taken that pawn. Come on, I didn't see that. I could have taken that pawn. And, okay, here's the miss. Yeah, I knew rook a1 was wrong. At least king h3, sorry, g3 would make some more sense, just to, threaten some sort of checkmate. Which is not, but he'll have to block with the bishop. So that would be nice. Okay, guys. Okay, you can send the links to Discord, not to the chat, because the chat is gonna disappear after I close the, stream. Yeah, guys, you can subscribe the YouTube channel as well. It's also between two rocks, and when you do it, I'm gonna make some streams. Yesterday there was a huge stream going on when I played my subscribers. I'm a bit more active on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe that too. Okay, I'm going to play another game, and maybe that would be better, because yes, I'm doing something wrong today with maybe some positional understanding of what to do in the middle games without queens. Finally, someone who has the same rating as me. Okay. Oh, something's wrong with the mouse. I don't know, I don't feel it very well. So yeah, I think I messed up in the queenless middle games. I'm gonna go for this. Okay, let's just play normally. Oh wow, I didn't expect that, to be honest. Can I? Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm not gonna rush this game, unlike the previous games that I played. Let's go like this. Keep it simple. In the previous challenges, I think I kind of forced things too early, So this time I'm just going to wait for my opponent to maybe make some mistakes. Okay, that's actually satisfying that someone's thinking longer than me. What? Okay, maybe something was wrong with his internet. It said that he was about to auto-resign. I'm glad to see that he's not. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, that would also be some rushing, so instead I'm going to keep it simple. Even if it's not the best move, I think I spent enough time. Okay. Let me take. Oh no. Why would I? Oh, okay. Come on, Cam. I don't know why I did that. This is just terrible. I missed that he was gonna attack the d4 pawn 3 times. Yep. That's what we all thinking. Anyway. Would it be too bad? No. Okay, that's a disaster. Oh my god. I'm sorry. He was playing better than me. I was just lucky, honestly. He lost by time, guys. I don't know if you see it. Hey guys. Yes. I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. So I'm not sure what you mean, Josue. But hey to everyone who joined, guys. I'm on my way to 2500 points, and today is probably one of my worst days because even though I kind of play and it feels like my brain is working, I get into some terrible situations like in this game. I don't think my opponent played strong, to be honest, not in the opening. I should have castled. I didn't want to rush things at this moment, and maybe a moment earlier I could have castled alongside. Hold on, could have I here? Yes, here that was a bit early, but I didn't want to rush, unlike in my normal games where I just go all in and try to do things. Like here I was already considering to play h5 and like sacrificing my rook, like a very common idea, but I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to play softly, calmly, and yeah. But c3 was a mistake. Anyway, taking on g7 was also not pleasant, no matter what the engine says, because I missed that they would be attacking my pawn 3 times. So I literally wanted to play like h5, but I can't because this pawn is hanging. And of course c3 is not pleasant at all, so I still play c5, and after e5 I think I was alright, but now I blundered. After bishop c3, the knight is pinned, and the next move is rook d8 no matter what. So, or another rook goes to d8. So queen d5 was a terrible blunder. I realized it as soon as I took the pawn. Instead, I should have just castled, and this is an isolated pawn, so sooner or later I was gonna get it. But I was lucky, and okay, instead I lost this knight. I mean, I should have, okay, that wasn't a good option anyway. So I transferred to the end game, and I was lucky because my opponent spent a lot of time thinking, so he ended up losing by time. But like, the position was absolutely lost, guys. Like, do anything. Take with this guy, take with this guy, everything is lost. Okay guys, hey, sorry if I speak too fast. Let me know if you can comprehend me. If not, I'm gonna try to slow myself down. I'm actually very disappointed with the way I play, and if you think I am very hard on myself, then maybe you're right, but at the same time, I'm positive I could play better than that. So I'm trying to get to my point. My peak rating in FIDE was 2245, but I could have played better than that as well. I know it, I know my potential, so this is why I'm very disappointed when I blunder something or get into some bad positional situations, because I know I can do better, but somehow I mess up. So I'm trying to get to the point where I'll play my normal strength that I used to play when I was a professional chess player. Now when I coach most of the time, I mean full time, it's very hard to keep up with my strength that I had before, but still I know I could get there. This is why I'm so disappointed, and now I have one more game to play. I hope it will go well because I still have lower rating than I had at the beginning of this challenge, so hopefully this time it's gonna go better. Okay, guys, you can play me, but please challenge my YouTube channel. I think I'm gonna stream very soon. I'm gonna let you know. But if I stream, most likely I will do it on YouTube, where I play my viewers. So make sure to subscribe my YouTube and join the Discord if you want to send your games. Now I don't play my subscribers. Now I focus on my road to 2500s, and we have just one more game to play. So let's go, and I really hope it will be better, guys. I'm so sad. And please give me a higher rated opponent. Oh my god, okay. If I lose a lot of points. If I win, I just get closer to where I was at the beginning of the stream. Maybe I should pick up a day where I just play for as many hours as possible until I reach the desired rating, but I'm not sure if it's gonna benefit my play because my brain is gonna get exhausted at some point. But okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do that first. Perhaps. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's try. Okay, I'm actually glad he did that. Otherwise, I would get into some unpleasant situations right away. And I also like this move. I think it's gonna benefit me. Let's just take this first. Well, let's go like this anyway. Let's see. Maybe I will be missing my bishop that I gave away. Okay. Very interesting. I like this game a bit more than previous games. That's a bit unexpected. Okay. Okay, he resigned. And I just got to where I was at the beginning of the stream, guys, which is a bit sad, but that's okay. You can't win forever, and that just makes me learn a bit more about what I do wrong. So let me know if you'll be interested in seeing some content regarding some positional play in the middle game, which I'm struggling with in Blitz at this moment. So hopefully that will be useful to someone else. Let me know in the comments, guys. As well as on the next stream about the road to 2500 points is on Title Tuesday, so it's tomorrow. Hopefully that will be a bit better because most of my opponents are lower rated than me, and I know I'm supposed to win them as well, but chess rating is a bit, I would say, complicated. You can play very well, but your opponent will play very well as well. So in one game, even if your opponent has way fewer points than you, they're still gonna beat you because you made some positional mistakes, for instance, or maybe the opening wasn't really good and your opponent understands this better. So I could win in my Title Tuesday game. I won someone who was 2650, and now I almost lost to 2150, or I lost to 2150 in some previous games. So that I want you to understand that if you lose to someone who's lower rated than you, it doesn't mean that you're bad. No, they must be good as well. So chess rating is not really subjective, objective. It's more of a subjective thing that long term shows your progress, but short term you can win anyone and you can lose to anyone. I have some students that like to offer draws in winning positions when they play someone who's higher rated than them, but this is completely wrong, because if you have a position, play it. It doesn't matter how strong or how weak your opponent is. Do not rely on some stupid mistakes because they have fewer points than you do, or do not think that your opponent is gonna outplay you just because he has more points than you do. So I hope that makes sense, guys. And now let's go through the game, and I'm gonna read some comments. No, I say you need to subscribe to YouTube channel to wait for the stream where I play viewers, because now I'm just on my road to 2500 points, guys. Okay, now I don't play viewers, but I'm gonna play soon. I played yesterday, so please just stay tuned. It's gonna happen again. So let's go through this. So, white doesn't play the most ambitious line, and I was thinking about playing e5 like I did in my previous game, but I didn't like the fact that if we do this, okay, first of all, the bishop is blocking everything. I didn't like the pin, so I was worried about like 95 moves at some point. So I decided to start with bishop g4, which, okay, h6, and bishop g4, which makes sense, and now e5. And after this, I thought I was gonna be alright, even though I was worried there is like 95 move at some point, but it doesn't seem to be so. So let's say that's what I saw. And if like something like this happens, okay, I didn't see that c7 will be hanging, to be honest. So I saw the bishop, but I didn't see c7. But apparently I'm alright because my rook gets to go to the second rank. And I think, okay, I have some counterplay, but I missed 95 attacking c7. So, I mean, that was a blunder in a way. Okay, anyway, I was happy when he did this. Oh, okay, I didn't see 94. That's a common idea. And if the queen takes, I take here, okay. This happens, okay. And that's it. I mean, I was expecting some discovered attack, but apparently not yet. Rook e8 attacking the pawn again, and after they do like this, now I take the pawn because my rook is defending the knight. Okay, that was beautiful. I'm gonna memorize it for the future, but that was insanely complicated. What if he decided to take my bishop instead? I would just take this first. Okay, that makes sense. I missed it. That was beautiful. And now I shouldn't have given my bishop away. I really missed it for the entire game. I should have just moved away and keep this bishop passive as well. Because when I did this, I kind of gave him some extra chances to attack me in turn. So I moved my king away. The engine says I should have just played like this first and then moved my king away. But I think that kind of leads to some different move order. And then this happens, knight g5, this happens. I already felt pretty positive about the position, and f4 was a mistake in my opinion, but that's what we got. My pawn got like super strong. The best thing I thought he could do is go here, like pinning me, but my knight will hold everything under control because these pawns are immobile, this pawn is strong, this pawn is weak. So I thought that would be alright, but what he did was bad because my pawn was just going and going, and if the bishop went away, f2. So that's pretty much about it, and he resigned, but I was gonna take, and as you can see, I just have one more rook. I can force a queen trade, and life is perfect. Once again, I played 4 games, and that was a very important experience for me. I'm gonna go through those middle games again, and maybe get some more conclusions out of them, and improve my positional play as well, because apparently I do struggle with that, and then I get into some complicated tactics. So hopefully that was useful to someone. Let me know your opinion in the comments, guys. And hi to everyone once again who watched this stream. Thanks again for being here. Join my Twitch and YouTube to not miss any streams. I'm gonna create some stable schedule very soon in the future, but now it's kind of unstable and it's, you know, changing all the time. So make sure you subscribe all the media, social media, so that you don't miss anything coming. Thank you and see you soon.